Family System Theory, Families in Addiction by Pearl Hall and Rachel Pullman.
We wanted to start out by explaining what is an addiction, and the American Psychiatric Association defines addiction as a complex condition, a brain disease that is manifested by compulsive substance use despite harmful consequences. People with addiction, severe substance abuse disorder, or this can be a behavior as well, have an intense focus on using a certain substance or behavior, such as alcohol or drugs, to the point that it takes over their life. They keep using alcohol or drugs even when they know it will cause issues. And so this graphic we found is kind of an illustration of how an addiction starts. So it starts in the soil of childhood hurts and trauma, abuse, and then the roots of the tree are all the emotions that go along with addiction, like shame, grief, anger, fear, loneliness, and that grows into addiction, and it can manifest like the branches in several different ways, and like gambling or religious addiction or codependency or drugs, alcohol. So we made this graphic kind of showing the difference between a healthy family dynamic and a dysfunctional family dynamic. We took this from the video that we watched last week. And basically you've got, on a healthy family, you've got mom, dad, and kids, and their relationships intersect in healthy ways, but each member of the family has room for their own identity outside of the family. And the dysfunctional family, you've got the dad and the mom and the kids, and they're all enmeshed. They're all intertwined to the point where they have codependent relationships with each other. So like the wife said in the video, I lost myself in my husband's addictions. If he was having a good day, I was having a good day. If he was having a bad day, I was having a bad day. So just the differences between the two families. So we've got a little video here. You can get it. Oops, sorry.
Obviously, not every family is the same, but there are some family rules that pop up again and again. Why is it important to know these rules? Information gives power.
All right, so we've got, this is one of the images that we had in our last week's study, but we wanted to focus on what's going on the inside, and all of these roles, including the victim, which is typically the addict. They're all similar feelings. There's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of hurt, shame, inadequacy. Basically, emotional needs are not being met in every member of the family.
Equilibrium, also called homeostasis, can be functional or dysfunctional. The family system seeks a balance with stability and change in behaviors and roles. And there's a natural tendency to maintain the status quo, much like our bodies regulate our internal temperature. So the family attempts to maintain that balance. There are a lot of things that are included, like the circular linear causality, identified patient, double bind, cohesion and flexibility, mutuality. With the addictive dynamics, these are important to understand since the family members emotionally affect each other. This is the typical addiction cycle. You can start anywhere because of the equifinity. A person will act out, feel the remorse and the guilt, shame, and recommit, and they'll never do it again. And then they follow through with that for a little while, but then stress of school, relationships, fears, expectations take over, and then they start acting out again. And it just goes in a continual circle, getting faster and more severe each time. Feedback loops are how families will regain homeostasis when it's lost. And with addictions, homeostasis is dysfunctional, so it's not good to return to the same homeostasis. And the system has to be challenged to become functional. And feedback loops, positive and negative, are what they use. And the positive feedback loops are what brings about change. And negative feedback loop, it's decided to keep things the same. So, for example, if someone says they need a cell phone, the parents will discuss that and either give a cell phone or not. So if they do, it's positive. If they don't, it's negative. I wanted to bring you back to this to stress the importance of changing back to a regular, healthy family dynamic by using these feedbacks and choosing positive change through these two feedback loops, the positive and the negative feedback loops. It's important that families recognize that they are in a dysfunctional family so that they can make those changes using the loops. You have some additional resources. The ripple effect of addiction shows you how it affects the whole family. The second video, Transcending Addiction and Redefining, is one that shows some examples of how that has been done and some success. The LDS Addiction Recovery one will take you on and show things that the church is doing, and they also have simulated examples of addiction on there as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.